Hi, I know it's been like forever since I've made one of these. This camera is kind of freaking me out because it consumes my entire screen. But I got a new laptop, so now I can make videos again. My last one broke. Never really actually worked in the first place. So today I'm going to talk about Snapchat. Now, my mom thinks that Snapchat is this terrible thing and that I'm just going to use it to send nude and or inappropriate pictures to everybody. First of all, no. Like, I know some people use it for that and that's their deal, but I'm sorry. No, that's not my thing. I honestly hate sending pictures. So, I just think that Snapchat is one of those things that, like, you get really, really addicted to it and you use it like 24/7 for like months, and then you just get so sick of it, you can't even like open the app without like shuddering. Like, when I first got it, I was addicted to it for like a year. I literally used it non-stop for a year. And I would Snapchat everyone, I Snapchat everyone back, even if I didn't like them, just because I could use Snapchat. And then I just decided one day, I hate this thing. I hate it. And I didn't use it. And like, people would Snapchat me and I'd open it and not respond. And then like, if I wanted to talk to them, I'd text them and be like, hey, can't Snapchat. No, that was a lie. I could. I just didn't want to. But then Snapchat came up with Snapchat Story. Now, before they did that, I started getting addicted to it again, like using it. What the heck is going on with Snapchat Story? Like, some people really hate it, and some people really like it. And there are those people that say they really hate it, but then post like 7 million Snapchat stories. Like, I just think that Snapchat Story is causing so many arguments. Like, I can't even, like, I feel that, like, there's people like me that I love posting Snapchat stories and like seeing who opens them and stuff, like who responds. I love posting them, but I hate having to watch them. Like, if you're my best friend, I'm like, oh cool, what are they up to? But if you're like some random person that's friends with me on Snapchat and posts like 8 Snapchat stories, I feel obliged to watch them. Like, I have to watch them. I don't even know why. Like, most people just like ignore them until they go away. Like, I feel obliged to watch everyone's and watch the entire thing. Now, that's not so bad when it's like one like 10-second or 2 10-second ones, but what really makes me so angry is when people post like 80 that are 10 seconds long. Like, I've posted more than like 4 or 5, but I make them like 4 seconds, like if I know I'm gonna post a lot. But it really bothers me when people put like 8 and they're 10 seconds. Like, I sat there and watched your Snapchat story for 1 minute and 20 seconds. That is a freaking minute and 20 seconds I am not getting back in life. I wasted watching your Snapchat story. Like, I could have saved the world in 1 minute and 20 seconds, but I chose to watch your Snapchat story. I don't understand Snapchat on so many levels. Like, honestly, text that person. Like, I understand if it's like, I haven't seen your face in a long time, like, send me a picture of your face. But like, I know, like, I'm really guilty of this, but why have a conversation on Snapchat? Like, call them, or text them, or Skype them. Like, it is so much easier. Like, what is that? Sorry, my parents are nailing things into walls. I just think that if you needed to see that person's face, there's this cool thing called FaceTime or Skype or Uvu or, you know, like all those weird video chat things. Like, you don't need to send each other Snapchat videos. Like, I do it when I'm bored, but I'll like forget I'm Snapchatting people. And then I feel really bad because then they're like, oh, you hate me. I'm like, no, my friends are really dramatic. I just can't do it. But I just don't understand the huge deal. Like, why? But I'm the worst person to say this because I use it all the time. and I watched every Snapchat story. Like, there's this one girl on my Snapchat. Okay, first of all, her Snapchat name has nothing to do with, like, her real name. Like, her Snapchat name has something to do with, like, Caitlin, but her name is, like, starts with, like, an S or something. And I'm like, I don't understand what the point of that Snapchat name was, but maybe it's her middle name. But I'm just like, okay, but I feel obligated to watch Snapchat stories, and she posts literally, like, 30 a day. And they're, like, 7 seconds long. So I'm like, 3 times during the day, I'm watching, like, 10 of them. Like, and they're each 7 seconds. So that's, like, a minute and 10 seconds of my life 3 times a day. So that's a long freaking time to be watching Snapchat stories. Like, I could make cookies. Like, I could make a batch of cookies in 10 minutes, and I'm wasting that 10 minutes on Snapchat stories. Like, my friend John Snapchats me all the time, and it's cool. But then I texted him the other day because I was like, I'm so done with Snapchat. And he was like, I'm sorry, who is this? I'm like, do we Snapchat that much that you don't know my number anymore? Like, no. And I hate when people send out mass Snapchats too. Like, because you can't tell. Like, if it's a group text, you can tell, like, okay, it was a group text, like, I don't need to respond. But, like, when people send, like, Merry Christmas, you don't know if they sent that to you or if they sent that to, like, all of their Snapchat contacts, or, like, 8 of them, you know? And, like, I always feel awkward responding to, like, Merry Christmas and stuff like that, because I'm like, well, I feel like I should, because what if that was just to me and they wanted me to respond? Or, like, wait, what if I respond and that was to, like, 9 people, and then they're like, oh, I actually sent that to you? You know what I mean? Like, I just think that's the most awkward thing in the entire world. I can't even handle it. Snapchat is just awkward. Like, I can't. And then I feel like I have to, like, look a certain way. So what I do is I put light behind me, and so it, like, already blocks out half my face with, like, the sunbeams, and then I, like, turn sideways so, like, the sunbeams are covering, like, my whole face. Because I feel like Snapchat, like, people are just gonna look at it and pick out all the things that are wrong with my face. It's really self-conscious of me, I know. Or, like, if I do send someone a Snapchat of my face, I use a little text bar, and even if I don't have anything to say, I'll put, like, an emoji so that I can cover, like, that part of my face with, like, the little black bar. It is really terrible. Like, I don't send people pictures of my face. I mean, I post too many selfies on Instagram for me to say I'm self-conscious, but oh my gosh, it's awful. So yeah, that's my rant about Snapchat. And speaking of Snapchat, like, 4 people have Snapchatted me, but I don't respond most of the time. That's really mean. But yeah, anyways, so if you have any requests since I'm back, feel free to comment below or inbox me. That always works the best, probably. If you have any comments or any awkward Snapchat stories, for me, feel free to comment. Subscribe if you like this, even though this was one of the shittiest videos I've ever posted in my entire life. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Thanks for watching. See you later.